up everybody? My name is Becca and this is my first ever YouTube video. I'm going to be showing you how to do a DIY bridal makeup tutorial, and the reason that I decided to do this video today was because I know that a lot of you quarantine brides are having to have little small weddings now, and I figured that y'all could use just a guide to help y'all to do y'all's own makeup if that is the case, and if not, this is just a soft glam tutorial for you guys. So I hope y'all enjoy. I'm going to jump right into the video and I'm going to put my hair up and then I'm going to show you how to do your base. So first things first, starting off with my face, I go ahead and I put the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer on with a damp beauty blender, and I just pat that all over my face. Once you have set your face, you can go ahead with your foundation. I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and this is in the shade 310 Sun Beige, and I'm applying that just like I did with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, taking a damp beauty blender and just patting it all over my face. So I just put a little bit on my hand, and then I go ahead and pat it all over my face. This is a little bit dark for me, but you know, it's fine. I really like the finish of this because it's not too dewy, but it doesn't dry you out. Everybody has different skin types, of course, but I have dry skin, honestly. So for me, I can't really do matte finishes. I look super dry if I do that. Make sure to get your neck, because especially if you brides are wanting to take pictures of your wedding day, you do not want to have a different color face than the rest of your body. I'm also getting my ears because, like I said, this shade is a little dark for me. I think once I add my concealer and my powder, I think that it will probably even out a little bit. It's not so bad, just slightly. Now I'm going in with some concealer. I'm taking the Instant Age Rewind Eraser, and I actually don't know who this is by. Oh, it's by Maybelline. It was hidden, sorry. I'm taking this, I'm going to wind it up, and then I'm putting this under my eyes. I'm gonna make like a triangle. I'm also gonna put this on my nose and on my chin. I do put it on my eye because I don't usually use an eyeshadow primer. I normally just use my concealer as eyeshadow primer. So if you want to go ahead and do the same thing, you can just take your beauty blender and go over your eye like I'm doing right now. The base is almost done because we have our foundation, we have our concealer, we just have to add our translucent powder. This is going to be focused under your eye, but I'm also going to spread it out to the rest of the face. You just don't want your under eyes to crease. I'm using this brush, I'm focusing it under my eyes. Ooh. And I did not mean to get that on my whole entire face, but you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So now I'm blending it out to the rest of my face. I know it looks like I took way too much. I probably did take way too much. My advice would be not to take too much because you don't want to look super dry and powdery, like you want your skin to look like skin. So don't put too much. Now that I've blended it out, you can see that it's not as bad. I did put a little bit too much under my eyes in the beginning though, so don't do that. Next, for the face, I'm going to be going in with this Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. It's awesome. This is only about like $15, I want to say, at Ulta, which is not, it's definitely not the cheapest, but it's worth it. So this is in the shade, I should just stop saying the shades because I have no idea. I have no idea what shade it's in. I'm going to be applying this on my cheekbone. It's really important not to go too low because then you'll look like your face is like sunken in. So I like to kind of start at the top of my ear, kind of curve it at where my cheek is, like kind of give it a little curve, if you know what I mean. I just take a fluffy angled brush like this one, and I'm just gonna continue to blend this out. Once that's blended out, I tap it just a little bit more, and I'm going to go ahead and get this area in my forehead as well. If you're following along and you put your powder up, take it back out because we are going to clean the bronzer. So I'm just taking my beauty blender, and I have this Real Techniques beauty blender that has this edge right here, so it's really good for like sharpening. So I just do a straight line and then I go down. I like blend it down so that it's not super crazy drastic, you know? So now that your powder is on and you have this line, I'm going to go ahead with my blush. So I'm taking the Tarte blush, and this is in the shade Partay. You can see that, you probably can't. And I'm going to take this brush right here. It's kind of weird, it's just like a flat, fluffy brush. And I'm just going in circular motions above my bronzer. I'm not adding too much, but now I'm just patting it on. Now that we have put our blush on, I'm going in with this kind of circular, it's very dense kind of brush, and I'm going to be wiping off that translucent powder. Alright, so that part of our face is done. I'm going to be adding some Milani Make It Last setting spray, and I'm going to spray that all over my face. Taking the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Medium Brown. And at first, I'm going to be lifting my brows with this spoolie. And then on the other side is the actual pencil. So I'm going to be taking that, and I'm going to do like swift motions that go up. I don't ever do too much on brows just because I already have pretty thick brows, but I do end up going back and carving the brow out. So now my eyebrows look really dark, but they don't necessarily have the best shape, so I'm going to be going in with the same concealer that we used on our eyes in the beginning, taking this little angled small flat brush, and I'm going to be carving out my brow, taking the concealer just like this, getting it pretty wet, and then going under and cleaning up. So now I have carved out both of my brows, and what I'm going to do now is go ahead and take that spoolie that I first used when I started doing my brows. It's on this little Wet n Wild brow pencil. It's on this side. I'm going to spray it with my Milani Make It Last setting spray, and then I'm going to brush through my eyebrows one more time. I don't really like for them to have a super boxy look. I kind of want them to look not bushy, but you know, like natural. So I don't really carve out the top too much. I focus on the bottom, and then I go ahead and I brush it out again. So I'm gonna bring y'all a little bit closer just so y'all can see what my brows are looking like right now. I'm going to be taking a transition shade, and that's just kind of like a white peachy shade. I'll have them right here, and I'm gonna be patting that all over my eye. Now that I have pat that all over my eye, I'm going to be taking this brown kind of shade and I'm putting that in my crease, and I'm using the same brush that I used just to pat that. Now I am going to just be blending this in, kind of going in like an in and out motion. I'm going to be taking this deeper brown shade in the corner, and I took out a longer, even more fluffy brush so that I can do this because I really want this to be blended out really well. I'm putting this in my crease, and I'm going to do the same motion as I did just a couple minutes ago. As you can see, it is very pigmented, so I'm just going to be going in circular motions, trying to blend that out and not have it to be overpowering. Once you have both of these sides blended out, I am going to go ahead and go in with another shade. I'm taking this more square kind of brush, and it's also very fluffy. And I'm going in with this red color. So I'm going above the shade that I just did, just slightly above, and I'm just blending that out. Going in with a very soft hand to do this. So now, as you can see, this is just a very soft brown kind of look. Now I'm going to be taking a flat brush. I'm going to spray it with my Make It Last setting spray. And I'm going to go in with this champagne kind of color, and I'm going to cut my crease. And I will show you guys how to do that, because a lot of YouTubers will do a cut crease and not show the people how to do that. I'm like, that literally took me so long to try and figure out by myself. So I'm going to be showing y'all how to do this cut crease. So I got y'all a little bit close up right now just so that I can show y'all how to do this. Once you have sprayed your brush, the colors are going to be a lot more compact so that the shimmers aren't going to get all over your face. So now I'm going to be showing you how to do the cut crease. First, you're going to go in on the inner corner of the eye and just pat. And then you're going to slowly start to go out on the bottom, but don't go too high. And then you're just kind of going to go and make a little half circle. So now that this is pretty much done, I'm going to be taking the tip of the brush and just going along the edge of your actual eye and just going back and forth to kind of create the shape just to be a little bit sharper. Now your eyes should look like this, and I'm going to be taking the same brush that I did my cut crease with, and I'm getting just a little bit darker of a shimmer shade, and I'm going to blend the edges out so that it's not just two different colors, so that there's kind of like a mix in the middle of it. Now I have kind of blended it out. I'm going to be taking the same brush that I first did this dark color in my crease with, and I'm going to be going back with that dark color and adding just a little bit more in the crease so we can get some of our color back. This time I'm not going to be brushing it, I'm just going to be patting it. Now I'm taking a fluffier brush and I'm going to blend it out just a little bit. So this is what your eyes should be looking like right now. I am now going to take my eyeliner. I might do just like a little flick. So I went ahead and just did a little flick. I'm going to do the same on the other eye, and then I'll be right back. So now both of the eyes are done. I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara, and I'm just going to lightly put that on there so that when I put my false eyelashes on, it's all blended. Now that I have put mascara on my bottom lashes, I'm going to be going back into the James Charles palette, taking this dark shade in the corner and just a very small brush, and I'm just going to be tapping it on the bottom and like blending the color into the bottom lash. And I'm going to take this side of it and just blend it out even more. I'm also going to go into the James Charles palette. I'm going to be taking just like a pencil brush, going in with this really light shimmer shade and putting that in the corner of my eye. Now my lashes are on, I'm going to go ahead and add some setting spray just really lightly, and then I'm going to go in and add my highlighter. I'm taking just a flat fan brush. I'm going in with the Wet n Wild highlight powder, and this is in the shade Precious Petals, and I'm putting that on my cheekbone. Now that I have added my highlighter, I'm going to take this butter bronzer again. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to carve out my nose slightly. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. I'm going to go ahead and take just a fluffy brush and make sure there's no harsh lines because I don't want it to be too drastic. And then I'm going to go and just highlight the tip of my nose again. Oh, just dropped. Oh, just dropped. Now, last but definitely not least, I'm going to go take this nude shade, and this is the LA Colors Matte Lip Color. And I honestly have no shade for this. There's no name on here. It's just this nude. So I'm going to place that on my lips, and then I'm going to put a gloss over that. I can't do this with you.
I was going to leave, but I thought you had to study.
Now I'm taking the e.l.f. Super Glossy Lip Shine. I already have stuff on it because I use this all the time, and I'm putting it over the lipstick that I just put on. So this is the finished look. If you like this, then go ahead and subscribe, like this video, comment down below what you want to see next. And I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. This has been so much fun showing you guys how to do this. If you enjoy, then you can also follow my Instagram where I do makeup, or you can follow my main account where I just share my life. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy.